Hey there folks, and welcome back to the Xiongnu Campaign. I do have to apologize, I'm still a little under the weather, but feeling a bit more clear-headed than the last recording session. So last time we went ahead and colonized some of the uncolonized stuff on the borders of our nation and the corners of Mobe in order to complete the Matter of Mobe mission tree, which was handy as we then were able to start the Matter of Mobe mission tree and proceed with this new set of missions targeting some of the other regions we haven't gotten to yet in Mobe. In fairness, Mobe is a pretty large region, so I guess this is only fair. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and resume here. Now, the goal at the moment is to get a claim on Wusun, which we're working on, and then attack them once we get that claim. That's going to involve fighting Wusun, Jushi over here, and then their city-state allies Dongqiemi and Jiqiemi, which fortunately does mean we don't have to deal with Dongqiemi during our Yuezhi war. Not that Dongqiemi was going to be a particularly formidable opponent with their single settlement, but that's a 2k stack that we don't have to worry about, which is nice. And this war, if we do fully annex, at least over here, should line us up fairly well to border Yuezhi and have a good staging area into Yuezhi from this direction. We'll then essentially surround Yuezhi on all sides except for the Yumen side way down here, but we're not going to go that far ahead of the Yuezhi war. Of course, the bigger point of taking on Wusun is to get a region split into Jiyu, getting an additional 2k stack at least. These folks are all wrong culture group and wrong religion, so I'm not expecting to get more than 2k in terms of levy size from these folks, as the population here will be pretty unhappy with being in our nation and being part of our military, so that's the situation with that. Let's go ahead and resume here. So at this point, we are just basically continuing along. I could continue to put off more wars as my AE declines, and I think that's not the worst idea, especially because we are concerned about Qin to some extent. However, we were working on that before. I think our improved relations is still at maximum for them, so there's no need to re-up that. This is the best we're going to get with Qin without direct bribery, so that is fine. But one thing we could do as well is actually raise the we could raise the levy over in Liang and have them start moving over towards Wusun. Might actually be called for. Let's see, 1st of November 464. Yeah, you know, honestly, I suppose it may honestly take them this long to get over. Also, I'm now noticing, okay, yeah, so we still have 5 archers. That's really not much. This was a pretty bad campaign to play right after I discovered the assault meta for dealing with sieges, but because I have so few infantry in my main culture levy, that's fine. That's what the Liang levy is here to do. All right, let's go ahead and get these guys going. Just because we have to, let's see. I think, yeah, we need to spawn them up here. And they're just going to very, very, very slowly make their way over to West Liang. It will take them quite a long time. But we're doing this now because I can spawn everybody else here a bit sooner. I guess technically some of them will spawn at Longcheng, so I probably should spawn the Mobe levy early as well, possibly in a couple months once these guys are around here. Then we'll know that we've got the time. Also, the barbarians are almost dead to attrition, so they will cease to exist very soon, which is handy. Guyan does not like us at all. Yeah, the AE is really hurting them because they are so close to us. And if they were to, for example, ally Yuezhi, which would be the strategically clever move for them to do, we might be in trouble because that could actually present some strategic problems for me. But fortunately, they have their local Jiru alliance. I'm not even sure how well they know Yuezhi. I guess they were my ally when Yuezhi was also my ally, so they should know about Yuezhi. But whatever the case, maybe because they're a different culture group, they're not open to the idea. Let's resume. Manpower continues to climb. Very good. Yeah, so we are on appeasing stance now. This will help with the AE loss. Yes, doing this big war here won't help with the AE loss. One possible way to get around this is to literally just try to take Tuanchang over here in the north, just to get the region split to technically exist without actually taking more to save on AE. I think that, honestly, that might be what I do, and this sounds a little weird, but my thinking here is I really do need to lower my AE because of Qin, but I also need to get the region split army because of Yuezhi. Because technically speaking, despite my I'm not sure why I'm pausing actually, despite my very large Mobe levy, I am actually still nervous about Yuezhi's military power, despite being much, much larger than them, because they do have so many region splits. And those extra levies can really create issues. So I think that even just getting the region split army up and going ahead of the Yuezhi War, even if I don't have the border with them yet, could still be quite good. Maybe that's the way I do this, actually. Yeah, I'm thinking because I want to continue lowering AE. I let AE get quite high as I rampaged around Mobe, but now is a really good time in the game to lower it as we are strong enough that we're not likely to be attacked by anyone except maybe Qin. But with that in mind, I need to make sure Qin likes me, and Qin won't like me if I get more AE, but I need to get AE to get the region split. So the middle ground is to get a very low AE region split achieving war by just taking Tuan Shan, which in fairness, Wusun may actually give me if I threaten them war, if I do a threaten war. Once I get the Casus Belli on them, the Casus Belli is for whatever the provinces that I'm bordering, North Beishan, because that's all of that I can touch. I guess, yeah, because I think Threaten War is settlement-based. So because I'll have a claim on this, they might give this to me. I think what I should do is I should get my armies in position, once I have the claim ready and my things are all paid up, I'll threaten war when I'm in a position to actually go to war. And then at that point, if they say no, I'll then attack them, but only still take one settlement. Maybe I do take the full province. I mean, I shouldn't be greedy. The whole point of this is to avoid AE. Yeah, the thing is, I'm fine waiting around for the peace deal with them, because ultimately, having this border with Yuezhi may actually be a liability more than it is an advantage. Because Wusun's not going to be allied with Yuezhi. They're not going to be involved in the follow-up Yuezhi war. So Yuezhi already has so many different fronts with me that they can move through. Ultimately, a lot of this comes down to how I plan to do the Yuezhi war. Because if we take a look at Yuezhi, let me find their capital. I think it's Barakol. Yeah, it's Barakol. Barakol, I mean. So, sorry again, I'm sick. Barakol is their capital. So really what we need to do is position everyone in Bor Zur, and then just like plow straight through to Barakol, assault that first at the very start of the war, get control of Barakol. That's their capital. We secure that. Also noting, by the way, that I need to be in a position with AE to ideally fully annex Yuezhi in the one war. With 33 AE already out of the 50 that I can safely have, that's going to be difficult to pull off without going above 50 AE. So I also need to, okay, yeah, I've convinced myself, because I want to fully annex Yuezhi, or mostly annex Yuezhi, in one single war, I need to have as low of AE as possible to make room in my AE ceiling to be able to do that. I definitely want to get the province of Barakol, which Yuezhi conveniently fully controls by themselves. So that will be quite good. And then Gobi Altai as well would be good, because that's part of my mission as well. Yeah, control Gobi Altai. I mean, I need to colonize parts of it too, but that would be really good. And then there's Barakol here as well. No. Barakol is part of GU, that's right. But whatever the case, I do still need to get that. And then there's the stuff in here they got from Shanma. Whatever the case, yeah, so all that being said, essentially, the thinking at the moment is that I need to actually continue to have peacetime, lowering my AE as best I can. So what I need to do is do a very quick little war, threaten war, or a quick little war with Wusun to get that stuff. Alright. So far, so good. Also going to start to build up some money now. I could spend money to colonize, but there's no other really good colonization targets that would give me other advantages right now, and I'd rather just save the money in case I need it for the war. Plus, I do want to rebuild the fort at South Jinshan. Yeah, one other good reason to not annex all this stuff in a big war before the Yuezhi war is, first of all, because I have to wait for lower AE to even do the Yuezhi war. I would actually have to wait even longer because I'd get a lot of AE from this big annexation. This might actually bring me above 50 just by itself, and then I have to wait even longer, so it would put off the Yuezhi war even further. But then additionally, I don't really have this part of my nation fortified enough yet to have this be a front that Yuezhi could move through. So I think we should be okay. Let's go ahead and raise the levy of Mobe over here, and some of them will spawn at our capital, because that's how this game works. Where is my supply limit the least bad? I know it's bad everywhere around here. Actually, yeah, it's not too bad, honestly. Well, you know, it's not great, but could be worse. We will still have to split some people up. Yeah, most of them are going to spawn over at the capital. Yep. All right. Everyone, make your way over there. Yeah, with the steppe attrition, we're going to... With the steppe terrain, we're going to have attrition. I guess mountains have attrition as well, don't they? Oh, this is hills over here. Let's actually go to the hills. That's a bit of a better spot to hang out. I did not even notice that this was a hill spot. Okay. We're going to continue keeping our army maintenance low until we get into range of this war actually starting. I'm going to actually star Yuezhi as well, just to kind of keep an eye on them. See who they're allied with. If Yuezhi allies with, like, Qin, for example, we'll be in big trouble. Religious festival. A group of peasants fled from Longal Shui by... Or, no, a group of peasants led from Longal Shui by High Priest Qiufiodi Hellion have asked for our support in a local religious festival. This would be a good opportunity to celebrate unity among our people and to show how pious we are, despite the notable costs it would bring upon our realm. If we do not follow through with it, our authority on religious matters is sure to diminish, as High Priest Qiufiodi Hellion seems quite ardent on the matter. Okay, well this is a good reason to save up some money. Getting 3 stability for about 40 gold is actually probably a pretty good trade-off at the moment. Extra loyalty for that guy. Ooh, but giving us increased centralization per month, I don't like that. Yeah, we need to keep lowering this. Look at this, 11, almost 12% extra morale and levy size multiplier already, and tribesman output. We can also start doing some migrations once this gets low enough. I think once we get below like 50, minus 50, I might consider start doing migrations, because then their stability cost will be reduced enough. One thing we could do is use stability as a currency to start migrations into the desert areas over here, or the steppe areas, where a lot of our native population, the Xiongnu, live out here, and we can add these spots to our nation pretty easily with migratory units at just the cost of stability. We'll talk about that later. So another option is we spend less money, gain 3 stability, and we don't get the centralization, so this is actually a better option. Yeah, we're going to do this. A small sum can be set aside to support them. Nice stability increase. And just out of curiosity, if I wanted to do a migration somewhere, let me find a spot with a lot of population. Let me see really quick here. I need 3 population. I think the more you have, the more spawn in the migration. Oh, I can't when my levies are raised. Okay, we'll look at the migration stuff later on. That's perfectly fine. Also, the game's definitely getting more laggy for me. I don't know in the recording if that's being picked up on, but I commented on this last episode. I don't know exactly what it is, but fortunately this game doesn't usually require a lot of quick reaction time, so I'm not too worried about that. But it is certainly a little irritating. Let's see, Qin is still fighting Ron Mong. Alright, probably not for much longer. Yeah. Definitely want to keep tabs on stuff over here. And then aside from that, I don't really know the different Chinese kingdoms at this point in history. I know obviously Qin is the main one that we're dealing with, but there's also Chu, there's Wei, Qi, Zhao. I think these are all the different Chinese kingdoms. Let me know in the comments if you know a lot about the ancient age Chinese kingdoms, because I do not know a lot about them. I think, doesn't Qin, like, win the fight in history? Isn't Qin, like, the first Chinese empire? Am I right about that? I think the name China comes from Qin, which is why I'm pronouncing it like Qin and not Kin. Let me know in the comments what my answers are to all my questions. Let me know in the comments what the answer to the meaning of life is. I've been wondering about that as well. I ask a lot of you in the comment section down below, but I always appreciate it. Oh, now we're in winter as well. Yeah, okay, so once the winter is done, we'll start not having attrition. Fortunately, we have a lot of manpower right now, so this This war shouldn't dip into the manpower pools too much, hopefully, if we even do the war. Ideally what happens is, let me also go ahead and start paying for my troops. Yeah, just default should be fine. Ideally what happens is, with all of our armies in West Longshan ready to go, fully paid up, Wusun will just agree to our threat and give us Tuanshan. I just need this to get access to the levy. That's it. Never has a more devout man existed than Kufioti Hellion. Our people clamor at the very door of the temple, demanding that we declare a feast in his honor. How should we answer them? This guy is really having a good series of events today. He really is quite a pious guy. Okay, this is interesting. More spending gold for stability. This is actually a better gold for stability deal than the event we had earlier. And this doesn't have some sort of centralization increase kicker, so I think I will go for this. 18 gold for 6 stability is a pretty good deal for sure. There we go. Stability is now almost at break even with our gain, because of course stability, dynamically, the gain of stability scales less the closer to 50 stability you have. It explains that there. Yeah, but I can't do any, what do you call it? I can't do any migration stuff while our levies are raised. We have to just keep waiting. Look at that in a moment. Let me check my laws really quick. This next layer is going to require 50 centralization, so we're almost there, or negative 50, I should really say. A petitioner approaches. A strapping young adult by the name of Cheli Dugu approaches our tribal chief in private. This is my chief. What do you mean? This phrasing it like it's this guy I don't know. This is my like lifetime best friend chief, or whatever. He's apparently a strapping young adult at 34. All right, I guess that's a young adult, sort of, technically. In a hushed voice, he spoke of a vision of the near future in which he was found by his loved ones having been ritualistically sacrificed. Oh, hold on, that just reminded me. I need to do my ritualistic sacrifice. Thanks for the reminder, dude. I literally forgot about that, but this is a good time to remember, well, before my prisoner dies. Still 9 Marshal? I need to do it after the event, but I'll get to this in a moment then. With shaking hands, he offered all his worldly goods to the state in return for our protection. Ooh. Interesting, okay. 53 gold versus 3 more stability. I'm getting a lot of stability events right now. Man, the game really wants me to start a migration with all these stability events. This is kind of crazy. I mean, the thing is 53 to 3 is actually a ratio where I'm kind of thinking about the gold. Extra loyalty for Cheli is kind of nice as well. I don't think there's any downside to this event. I mean, we're kind of taking advantage of him. But 3 stability... I guess this gives us even more loyalty, to be fair. I think because our stability is so high, I'm actually going to go for the gold. How awful. We shall take good care of him. Alright. Let's go ahead and... Where is my sacrifice? Here it is. So, pay 5 stability, lose centralization, get the vote of offering for 60 more months. There we go. Perfectly good use of stability right there. And now we've got the modifier until 469. Good stuff. Alright, I think we're going to arrive basically just at the right time, which is handy. We're not going to be able to keep everyone together in West Longshan very long because our army's so big and the supply here is so bad. But it's more about the show of force. Admittedly, I don't know how the AI actually interprets an army being present, if they even think about that at all. But in theory, you would think that they would care about that. If I was playing as Wusun, I would certainly care about that. So, I suppose we'll see. Same. Alright. Gonna keep waiting. 5% attrition due to being above the supply limit. That's pretty brutal. But, alright, everyone's here finally. Is this everyone? 12.8k? I guess that's the number we've got. I wish we had more, but I guess I shouldn't be complaining. This is a pretty large army for 464. Alright, let's stampede into West Longshan together. 5% attrition while the army is together, so that's pretty punishing. But we're getting 75 per month. We've got 75 max, so that is quite good. Basically, at the moment, the per month gain is 1/100th the maximum total. So things are looking pretty solid manpower-wise. all things considered. All right, horses arrive first, and then everyone else will arrive on August 5th. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can do this. No, we can't because we need the, right, we just got to wait a month or two more. We'll just hang out here, that's fine. 5% attrition, you know, ouch, but we've got the manpower to withstand that for a month or two. It would literally take more time to go back to Longshang in the hills and not have attrition and then return than it would to just stay here and wait. So that is fine. All right, 2 more months. Sorry again about being ill, but I don't know. It's weird because I feel healthier than I did in the last recording session, but I sound worse, I think. It might just be allergies, honestly. I live in a pretty bad part of the world for allergy season. Someone who has seasonal allergies like me. It sucks to be where I live. Alright, almost there. Yeah, I'm thinking, actually, my plan to do just the threaten, and then, or just do a really quick war to just literally get that one spot, is what's going to make the most sense for quite a few reasons. Okay. Will they do it? Threaten war. Please give me that. They actually almost would do it. That's interesting. This is really close. Can I increase this number somehow? I'm not sure if their opinion of me affects this. I actually probably shouldn't affect it. If I picked up an ally near them, this may change, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure about that. For example, I could ally with Amerigia, who, despite being a different culture group and a different religion, is so into the idea they would do it. And this would, in theory, threaten Wusun more, because then I'd have more potential strength. I'm not sure how that's calculated. I guess the question is, do I want to actually do this route, or do I want to just attack Wusun and, like, have a war happen? I think the problem's going to be, I'd be fighting Wusun, I'd be fighting their little defensive league. So even though I could get the war target right away, I probably couldn't effectively piece them out very fast, because I'd actually have to, like, fight everybody, and then I'd be using a ton of manpower, both in, like, the war and in taking the attrition of all this bad terrain, keeping my army largely together. Where's their capital in this area? Is it nearby? Okay, it's unfortified capital at Yuezhi. You know, honestly, an unfortified capital to get this wouldn't be that hard to accomplish. Maybe this isn't so bad. I mean, the issue is these tightly packed sets of steppe, or not the steppe part doesn't matter. These tightly packed sets of forts will be brutal to deal with without the infantry numbers that I, don't have. I guess, to be fair, if I get to Yuezhi, fully annex this, and I kill an army or two, because I'm only asking for one settlement, I should be able to get that deal with how low that war score cost should be. So, but then I don't know, man. I wish I knew how the alliance affected potential strength. Let's just ally with Amerigia just for a second here. See how that shakes things up. I'm gonna assume that it's not gonna change right this second. Yeah, let's wait 1 month and see how they're feeling after 1 month. And if I am gonna do the war, I guess I could keep Amerigia as my ally. I mean, they are in GU, so they're not gonna be like. I mean, I guess I shouldn't think that far ahead. They are a pretty good ally because this is an area of GU I'm not going to go towards for quite a while. I'm going to focus more on consolidating this middle part, and this out here in the corner I can come back to. I guess I could give Amerigia some of Wusun's territory. That might actually be an interesting alternative idea. What if I just took Tuanchang and then actually gave the rest to Amerigia, and even maybe what if I actually took this stuff and I gave it to Amerigia? Or what I could do is The issue, though, is then I'm going to have to fight them later. That'd be more complicated. I don't know. Let me just wait the month. I'm thinking too far ahead. Let me wait the month and see if this changes Wusun's opinion. Ultimately, if Wusun agrees to my threat, because of the increased, power basis that I would appear to have, that's going to ultimately solve everything. So let's see if they are swayed. Threaten war. It actually went down. That's not what I was expecting to see. Okay, well, I don't know how to explain this one. The positive number, like, flatly decreased. I don't know how to explain that. Okay, yeah, this is not going to work. We have to fight Wusun. That's a shame, but this should hopefully be a really straightforward war. Declare war on Wusun. I'll call in Amerigia just because, the more I think about it, Amerigia, although they are, someone I'll have to eventually deal with, they are a pretty out-of-the-way ally. They're in the corner of Jiyu in an area of, like, mountains, and I guess technically this, like, plains and hills area is more lush than most of my territory. But whatever the case, they're in a corner of the area. I could feed them territory. Maybe I could vassalize them? I'd rather be feeding them territory if they're my vassal. But I can't probably make them... I probably would have to only make them a tribal vassal. I probably couldn't make them a vassal that I could actually take over. And let me double check really quick. This requires ownership or by subject. Okay. If I could make them my subject in the future, maybe this would all work out. I mean, okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. Let's go to war. Take North Beshian. I guess I could do the Horde Conquest. Nah, I still would need to finish the war, so let's just take it in the normal way. Okay, let's do it. Alright. The Saka local power of Wusun, Jishi, Dongkiemi, and Jikiemi have rallied together. In we go. We'll just plow straight into here. Hopefully not depopulate Yehe. And then, they're not going to be able to do anything. Like, even with 4 AIs, they 100% don't have in combination 12.6k between them, because they're all in one region. So it's going to be at most, it's going to be at least 8k, but probably not, much more than that. Plus I have Amerigia helping me out. So in we go. Gonna take 7% attrition. Jesus, alright, that's pretty brutal, but hopefully we should be able to avoid any massive issues here. So I think the goal is going to be that I just take, you know what I could do actually? I could take Tuanchang and then actually give the rest of North Beishan to Amerigia, which wouldn't kill Wusun, which would reduce my AE cost of the war, and also protect me from Wusun, because then Amerigia would control the border here, and I could, for example, before my war with Yuezhi, break my alliance with Amerigia, so they wouldn't give, military access to the other folks. Also, let's wait for everyone to get here, please. Once everyone's here, let me actually go ahead and get people organized properly, which I didn't even bother to do. Okay, not that it's likely going to matter, but let me just do my my tactics here really quick. Deception, try to find just a mixture that gives me a bunch of different tactics all over the place with the best possible development. Deception again. Is it everybody? Okay, and then I'll have you lead the force. Actually, no, I want my guy to lead the force. I'll have you lead the force. Actually, no. What am I doing? I need to find... I guess I'll have the one with the supply train lead the force, and then the rest will follow. Just to be... I need to make sure the supply trains aren't getting sniped, because they'll be in the group with everybody else. Okay, there we go. Fix that. Yeah, because supply trains, I mean, they're not an important part of my army, but the enemy could easily get super free stack wipes by attacking supply trains, and that could really mess up war score. Okay, Chi wants my furs. Alright, sounds good. Here we go. 465, 15 years in. Doing pretty good, I think. Almost 15 years, or once we get October 1st of this year, we'll be 15 years in. Alright. Come on. Here we go. Let's grab this. These guys can't do too much. Fortunately, this is all steppe, so these should be pretty good areas for us to fight in, although this looks kind of like hills. More terrain graphics, misalignment, which can't be helped, I guess. Okay, so we grabbed this. I think this is the war target as well. North Meishan. Yep. Let's just plow through here. This might be a stack wipe. I don't know against 2K if it'd be a stack wipe. 12K versus 2K, maybe it'll be a stack wipe. Well, okay, they're gonna escape anyways. Once this gets, is this stuff not being, I don't know what's going on. We'll see in a moment if it gets taken. Okay, I got taken. Okay. So for what it's worth, it's always just good form to check if they would do a white piece, which they would. Alright, so they wouldn't do this deal quite yet. But I wouldn't even do that deal quite yet, because what I'd want to do is seed this to me. Hold on. Let me reset everything. Seed territory. Seed that to me. And then, can I give individual settlements over to my ally? How does that work, right? With this mod, where's the button to transfer control? I so rarely do this. I actually don't know where the button is with the mod that I'm using. Normally it's like over here. Occupied. Hold on. I've got to find this button. I'm convinced it's here somewhere. It's probably somewhere super obvious, and I'm just not even aware. Normally it's like right over here, right? Where is this button? I swear. Where is it? Can I do it in the peace deal, maybe? Is that possible? No, it goes to me. I guess let me just see actually what taking the province would actually do. You know, 3 AE isn't honestly that much. I could just take the whole province if I really wanted to. But then again, if I'm going to take this whole province, I'd probably want to actually fully kill Wusun, even if I don't get this other stuff. Because then I'd also be able to sell their nobles. Why can this never be straightforward? I know for sure that the AI can transfer control, because they were doing that before to me. Where is it? Where is that button? I know there's a button in the base game to do it. Am I missing it? Is it super obvious? I do not know. I have no idea. I have literally no idea. Alright, so I think because I can't figure this out, I think what we want to do is just peace out now and just take the one spot, like we talked about before. Sure, we could take more, but I think I just want to get my region split and leave. Yeah, no need to get too complicated. This will only give me 1 AE, so I think that's pretty fair. So, yep, we'll do this deal. This is fine. Didn't end up even having a single fight in this war. Okay, so Tuanshan to Xiongnu. Okay. Alright, the Saka local power of Wusun has accepted our generous peace offer. This actually was a generous peace offer, to be completely honest. Okay, we need a new governor for Jiyu. And this guy here looks pretty possible. Ooh, this guy should actually be a researcher. I think he just came of age. That's why I didn't notice him before. So let's actually make that guy a researcher before we do anything else. What was his best trait? I guess he had really good civic. Good civic and good zeal. Let's make this guy the zeal researcher. Okay, Quetero Shizhuiji Hellion is going to be our obsessive religious researcher. Okay, so in terms of the governor, Uradiruhu Hellion is going to have to do. We have another one? Wait, this guy is 35. How long have I had this guy? Okay, let's assign him to be a researcher as well. Wow, I must have just missed him before. Two-man Kulin. Let's make him a researcher. There we go. Okay, back over to the governor assigning, which is what I'm supposed to be doing right now. This guy will have to do with the 6 finesse. That's the best we can do at the moment. Loyalty is good. He has no bad loyalty traits. He is crafty, but he's also righteous, so it kind of balances out. That will do. And now we've got ourselves a new levy to draw upon for some additional forces. Yeah, I know this was a lot of work just to get that one little levy, but it does certainly help. Okay, so we'll head back over. Actually, hold on. We will finish moving, and then we'll go ahead and lower our levy, and then we'll start to get ready for the Yuezhi War. Ooh. Yuezhi is fighting Charklik. Okay, this might be a good time to do the Yuezhi War. Actually, let's not lower the levy. Let's get the levy in position and go to war with Yuezhi now, because Yuezhi, this is the absolute perfect moment, because Yuezhi's forces are preoccupied with fighting over here. What is this war? Holy moly. So Charklik is getting absolutely destroyed by everyone around them. So Lulan, Weili, Yuezhi, Don Kiemi. Do they have any friends? No. So I think what's going on is Yuezhi was probably called in by Don Kiemi, but Yuezhi's forces will be down in the south, which is a pretty good spot for them to be. Now, one problem with this arrangement is I won't have forces to protect my areas over here. However, they all have at least 2 population, I think. Yeah, so the threat of depopulation is not super severe, and if they control the stuff temporarily, that's not a big deal. I think now is the best moment we have to go to war with Yuezhi. I think what we want to do is go to war with them from... Oh, we can black flag over here! Oh, that's so perfect! We can take a shortcut because we're black flagged. This couldn't have worked out better. This could not have worked out better. We'll come to Bor Uzor. Our levy is basically full strength. And then as soon as we are unblack flagged and our morale is back up at full, we just plow straight into Barkol immediately, and we get the Yuezhi War going right away. I think I'll also go ahead and... well, I guess the issue is Amerikia likely to bring me into a war with somebody that I don't want to fight? They could technically fight Taiyuan over here, but there's what do you call it, uncolonized terrain between them. I don't think there's going to be a fight between them right now. And they actually don't border anybody else. They also have uncolonized between them and Gumo down here. So Amerikia is actually a really good ally because they don't have any other borders except for with Wusun, so I can just bring them back into my conflicts when I am fighting Wusun. I guess I could call them into the Yuezhi War just to add more people to the war. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Oh man, this is this is heating up. Ooh, and also this war will probably start after the 1st of October, which means if we wanted to, we could go for shoot. We could go for Erlik for the hostile attrition. That being said, I think we've set things up to be able to have the war happen mostly in Yuezhi's territory, so I don't think that's going to be necessary. I think we'll just go for Akana once again. Barb's over here. Oh. That's a lot of money, but you know where they might go? Is Yuezhi, which would be very funny. I could kill this force with my actual army. Where are they going to? North Jihai. I'll be in the general area. But then again, that's a lot of manpower recovery in the army for something that I could just spend money to get rid of. And honestly, I don't think I need this money for this war with the amount of money I have stored up. So let's just pay them off. Alright, the Violent Huyan have accepted our offer. They were going to leave. Glad to see it. Alright, I am excited to do this Yuezhi war. I've been hyping this up for a long time. Our big, historic rival in this campaign. They literally did come to Yuezhi. That is funny. They literally just redirected down here. So, that's pretty good. If they go to Barakol, this could be a little complicated, because my plan is to go to Barakol, but we'll see what they do. Fortunately, they won't attack me because we paid them off, so I could just walk straight through them. I could actually use them as kind of a meat shield in this war, if I'm clever enough. I guess we'll see what ends up happening with that. Ooh, that's a big levy, but my levy is bigger. Alright. The Charklik war doesn't look like it's going to last a lot longer. Charklik's not very strong. This is my chance. Ooh, oh man. Let's see what we can do here. Again? Oh my god. Alright, I'm glad I saved up a lot of money. Alright, please leave. They're gonna go to Guyan most likely. Sorry, Guyan. But, yeah, unfortunately, you know, I actually do have a strong enough army to fight them off myself, but we are... Oh, they actually are just gonna siege down Barakol. That's interesting. Okay, this may change the plans a little bit. I didn't actually intend for this to happen. Let me see the Barb army. Oh, here it is. I can't see their numbers because the mercenaries are on top of them, but they have a couple thousand. I think they have 5,000. Now, what might happen here is Yuezhi actually comes back to Barakol to kill the Barbs, and I think once that happens, we should then declare war and move in when their army has taken damage from fighting the Barbs at Barakol. Now, ideally, we don't fight them at Barakol because that's attacking into the hills at that fort, which could be an issue. Yeah, I guess one problem with the Barbs is they've drawn all the Yuezhi armies back up here. Maybe I shouldn't have paid those Barbs off. This may have been a mistake. But I think we could still make use of this in some clever way. Yeah, they're about to go in for an attack. Alright. Some Mervan forces are almost back. Can I maintain line of sight down here? I might actually keep one... Can I split these guys while we're moving? Ooh. I might keep one unit of light cav here to keep line of sight on Barakol. Or I might even go back to Barakol, because this is a pretty fast unit. No, I just need line of sight of Barakol to see when the fight happens, and then we can just rush back up once the fight gets started. Because this 500 force will stay black flagged, and it can actually just stay here. Hey, actually, this... I think going to war, this force will still be black flagged. Maybe I can use this to my advantage. Maybe I can have this unit be a scout and come down to Barakol. Now, let me just stay here for now. Yeah, we need to recover our morale as well. So this will take a moment. Let me do reorganization of all these forces just to... Oh, this one can't because part of it is separated away. No, that's the issue. Not exiled. But you're not exiled. Yeah, let's keep a close eye on what's happening. Okay, the Barbs are leaving. Okay, that's good. I think they're running away. So let's back up here and then get our army organized. Oh yeah, the Barbs actually occupied this. So the Yuezhi will have to retake this. Okay, here's the fight. Here's the fight. Oh, Yuezhi's gonna lose the fight! This is perfect. The timing is absolutely perfect. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Get your morale up, get your morale up. Where's that guy that arrived? Who was he with? Which levy was he with? There we go. Okay, we're going to recover our morale as fast as possible. So this is really good. Yuezhi just had their army beat by those Barbs. which doesn't matter for the army taking losses necessarily. I guess that does matter for that. Yeah, this is perfect. Now, okay, I think the Barbs lost to the follow-up fight. Yuezhi needs to resiege their actual capital, which is very funny. So I think what we do is we stay here, wait for October 1st here to pause and do our omen, and then we make our move. Okay, here we go. Akana, no need to get complicated here. And aside from that, there's no other modifiers I need to re-up since we're on the monthly tick. We could do our new law change. We have enough stability for it. Ooh, that's really good. 30% assimilation speed. Wow. Okay, integrated culture happiness 10% though is also really good. That's a lot of manpower. But that being said though, I think our tribesmen are basically capped out on happiness everywhere. Yeah, we have so many tribesmen happiness bonuses. More happiness won't actually increase your output, which means no more manpower. So I do think actually that going to oral traditions is going to be what we want to do. Now, do I want to do this right now is the question. Probably yes. This would take me down to 30, 33, 23. 23 stability might be a little on the low side for going to war, but I want that modifier now. So we're going to go for oral tradition. Here we go. There we go. The epic tales of our prestige and accomplishments must be passed down to friends and strangers alike. Our culture shall be as pervasive as our swords. Very good. Okay. Morale is basically at full. Yeah, we can stop reorganizing and go to war. I don't know. Can we siege the stuff occupied by the Barbs? I think we can. I guess we're about to find out. Okay. Armies paid up. Forts are paid up. Everything's fine. Allies are where I think they are. Okay. So our goal is to take Jiquan, which is... Oh, we actually don't have Barkul as our target. That's fine. I still want to get Barkul first, because this is a really strategically important fort blocking Don Kiemi from reaching over here. So we're going to want to try to go probably for... We'll set the target as Gobi Altai, and I'll figure out which is the capital. We'll just go up there later. Let's go for it. We're going to declare war on Yuezhi after a lot of build-up over the course of the campaign. The time has come for the two great steppe rivals to finally fight directly. Here we go. Declare war on Yuezhi. Confirm. We have declared war on the Saka regional power of Yuezhi. Yuezhi and Don Kiemi have rallied together. Here we go. Okay. In we come. I think Yuezhi's trying to re-siege this, so this is actually perfect. They're going to be taking attrition. Let's just plow straight in. No holds bar. Good, everyone's still following. This is our chance to smash their army all while they're gathered together in one place. Sure, attacking into the hills isn't great, but this is a great way to open the war, because once we get control of the Barkul fort, and we can probably... Actually, they may even have it be partially sieged, so we can take over the siege and assault for cheaper. This will stop Don Kiemi from getting in. Don Kiemi may already have forces in the Yuezhi area, but nonetheless, this is good for all sorts of reasons. Here we go. Oh man, I'm excited. This is going to be really fun. All right, we've taken some losses from whatnot, from our marching around, but we have more than enough for this opening. 20th of October, we arrive here. There's the Barbs, so we'll just ignore them. Okay, funnily enough, the Yuezhi are going to run away. That is fine. We'll arrive here. 6th of November, basically. I don't know when the Barbs arrive here. Maybe 3rd of November. Okay. I hope we can take Barkul while the Barbs are there. I don't know how this is going to work. I guess we'll find out in a moment. Okay, Yuezhi is going to fight the Barbs. Which is going to beat the Barbs. Oh, we're going to join the Barbs. All right. We really are the barbarian hordes. We're literally joining the barbarians to fight Yuezhi. Yeah, Yuezhi's in serious trouble. Stack wiped, 1,500. Pretty good. We've put them under siege. Okay, this is actually... This might be the most perfect way this war could have started. By using the barbarians the way we did, we basically bamboozled Yuezhi into a pretty bad fight against us and the barbarians, and a bad fight where a 2K stack is locked into attacking us in the hills, and we're taking over a siege which is partially complete. This couldn't have been cleaner. This is the cleanest way we could have started this war. Holy moly, I'm very proud of how this happened. Yes, I didn't actually plan this out, and the Barb thing was a big coincidence, but I'm going to take credit for it. I love this a lot. Okay, we're going to wait for this attack to happen, and then we'll assault after that. Garrison's already depleted because of all the Barb shenanigans that have been happening around here. This should be a stack wipe. There we go. Wow, this war's off to a good start. All right, and this force, this Don Cammy force, is going to just stay there. Understandable. Give me your capital, Yuezhi. It's mine. Yes. Xiongnu controls. Now, I think this may stay in Huyan Horde's control. I can just take this in the peace deal anyways. I don't care about that. Barakol is what matters. Alright, so now we've got ourselves the fort at Barakol. Very good. Garrison is going to go back up to 500. And now this army is free to go where? We definitely want to go and get Sharga to get access to Gobi Altai. I might send a little strike force of cavalry just up there. Let me send this 750. Let me detach these guys. This should be enough to make it up to Sharga and take it. They're going to take a lot of attrition, but well, you know, to be safe, let me not do that. Hold there. What? Yeah, hold there. Let me find a 1K of cav, or make... Here we go. Let me split away. Actually, hold on. Let me do it like this. Which of these leaders? You've got really high martial. Let me split away. I guess this is fine. I'll take these guys, make a new group, and send you guys up there. Just for attrition safety, and in case there's armies roaming around. Okay. Everybody else is going to, I think, from here, start heading this direction. We could actually, no, we could come down here for a stack wipe if we can catch these guys. 15th of December. I think we're going to catch them. They're not moving. I guess we'll find out. Okay, yeah, they're not going to move. Or they're going to try to move, but literally a few days too late. They could have gotten away, I think, if they'd moved earlier. So we're going to stack wipe the Don Kiemi force. Now, the question as well is, do I want to take Don Kiemi in this war, too? I suppose I should if I am able to get over there, but the main goal here is to carve up Yuezhi as best we can and unify our border war south to some extent, or try our best to at least. From one clan to another, one of our clan chiefs, Fenghu Huyan, has suggested moving some of the people of clan Ting Dushiz Huodi Hellion to his rule instead. Not only would they be under a new ruler that would be more loyal to us, but he has also promised to maximize the productivity of the people under his rule. Ting Dushiz Huodi Hellion, on the other hand, has made no such promises, yet simply moving people out of his clan's land would be seen as an aggressive action. I'm going to lose centralization here. Very good. Yep. Works for me. Okay, these guys are actually coming to Wusun now. That is funny. Just all of my enemies, all of my neighbors. All right. Looking good so far. Oh, they actually reinforced that Barb group that was over here. Shoot. What would these guys need? I could pay off this force as well. This is the force that was surviving over here. That's annoying because I've already paid off so many Barbs, but I really don't want Barbs just roaming around while my armies are occupied. That can cause all sorts of weird problems, so let's just pay them off. We have enough money. They'll go attack Guyan, so Guyan can deal with them. Alright, this should be a stack wipe. That was a stack wipe. Happy to report. I think from here, I think this force probably wants to go. Oh yeah, let's see if we can get down. Actually, let me go straight for Lufu and get this other fort, because I can send someone over to get Dun Huang very easily. This will take a long time to make this journey, but Barakol should be fairly safe at the moment. Yeah, I think this is probably the best way to approach this. Not going to get that tribal settlement, which is fine. These guys should go up here and be unopposed, hopefully. I don't think I literally could have started this war in like a better way. This is just absolutely perfect. Oh yeah, this just straight took over it. I guess we also need to get, is this the capital? Which province is this? Oh, this is in Barakol, that's right. Okay, never mind. Oh, here's the Yuezhi armies. We'll see if we can catch these guys. I'm not super confident. They're pretty fast, but 13th of January to get up here. Yeah, we need to try and snipe these forces while we have the numbers advantage locally. All right, these guys will get this. Hopefully not depopulate. Once we get this, we'll have the war target, so that'll help out our war score quite a bit. All right, is Amerigia helping? Not really, but they're involved. If anything, it just increases our relationship with them, which is always a positive thing. We'll come here, and then I think... Ooh, I think we can catch them because they changed their movement direction. No, we won't catch them. There are 2 cavalry units. Let's go up here and possibly catch them in the hills. Yiwu, 18th of February. It takes so long for this army to move around. But this 3k stat could cause problems if I just leave it alone, so we need to take action. We actually literally won't catch them even though they hadn't reached there yet. Okay. Let's go here instead, because we're going to catch somebody over here. But we're not going to catch anybody over here? Okay. I think they're actually going to... Let me... Hold on. We grab that. Let me bring these guys back down to Barakol. Pay those guys off. Yeah, I think... Let me back up to Barakol. Catch these guys. Okay, now they're stopped. Catch them here. Wow, my army is really slow. This is brutal. You know what? Let me split this army up into 2 forces. I think we have enough numbers to pull that off, because I think part of the issue is it's a mix of infantry and cavalry forces. Also, the supply train force is very slow. Actually, no. Let's see. Let me actually, Is Desert Hills reducing movement? Yeah, 40% movement cost. That's the problem. It's because I'm in Desert Hills. Let me get out of Desert Hills into Yiwu, which doesn't have that big movement. Or it has a movement penalty, but it's not as big. And then from Yiwu, I should be able to block them. And I'm also getting my other levy to get down and join me down there. And that's going to be it for this episode of the Xiongnu campaign. Going to leave you on a bit of a cliffhanger, but we're almost out of time. This has been a very fun episode, and I'm very glad to see the Yuezhi War start off in a pretty good way. I think my plan to just grab... you know what, I just realized? I didn't actually even use the... I didn't even use the GU levy at all in this war. I forgot to even raise them. Oh well, that's fine. I guess I could raise them now, but I don't think that's really... Well, you know what? I think I will go ahead and raise them and get them involved. I'll have them come over from the north as reinforcements. I literally forgot about them because things are going so well as they are. Also, let's have these guys follow these other guys. Just to be safe. Or, hold on, no, let me do it the other way. Hold on. Infantry should be in charge because they're slower. And you guys follow. Okay, that's going to be it for the Xiongnu campaign. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.